What if everything you've been told about money is a lie? Imagine if money was nothing more than a social agreement, a tool with value only because we all agree it has value. Other than that, they're just pieces of paper. Today, we are talking about the idea that money is not real and discovering what true wealth really is. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, I'm Wangui Mwithathi and welcome back to my channel, your trusted source for rethinking success and wealth. Here we will make you question some of the things that you believe, which can be a good thing, but only if you're open-minded. In today's video, we'll be challenging the conventional belief that money equals wealth. I'll explain how money is just a simple tool, a social construct that just measures what it is that you lack. And that if you don't lack anything, if you're self-reliant, then it means you are truly, really wealthy. Before we continue, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our transformative insights into money and life. Okay, let's start by understanding what it is that we mean when we say money is not real. Money is a fascinating concept. It holds value solely because we all agree that it does. It is a social construct. Unlike tangible assets, something like land, gold, or even skills, those skills that you possess, money has no intrinsic value. It's simply a medium of exchange, a measure of need. So if your needs are extreme, so you need more money, okay? If your needs are less, you need less money. So you use money to fill the gaps in your life to get what it is that you lack. Okay? This is to say, if you don't lack anything, then it means you don't need money. You are already wealthy in every meaningful sense. Okay? That money is only one way to measure wealth, but it is not wealth in itself. Now, let's have a look at what true wealth really means. Okay, so what is true wealth? I'm sure everyone has their own different definition for wealth. True wealth is not about the amount of money in your bank account, but it's about the tangible goods, things like the skills you've acquired and self-reliance that allow you to live a more fulfilled life. What is self-reliance? This is where you depend on yourself for your needs, whether that's through something like a skill or personal relationships, or if I may give a relatable example, a sustainable living, you are truly wealthy. What are tangible assets? These are things that you can improve in your life. For instance, education, health, property, and mindful connections. Success is about abundance in every aspect of your life, not just one. Okay? And that's why if you have lots of money, yet you're not healthy, you're in a bad place. Okay? We just need to find a way to balance everything. True wealth means having everything that you need. So money to you becomes a simple tool to be used for exchange rather than a measure of value. Okay? And that's why, for instance, here in Kenya, you'll find someone who lives in the rural area. They don't need that huge amount of money to actually survive. You'll find them, maybe they have 2 cows which provide milk, so they don't buy milk. They have a small garden, they are farming, they get their own food from the farm. Rarely do they go buying stuff. Actually, they are the ones who sell these things, these goods to other people. So this is a type of person we can say who is self-reliant. Okay? That's a definition of a wealthy person. They might not be driving big cars or living the flashy kind of lifestyle. Okay? But they are wealthy one way or another, whether you agree with me or not. Okay? Now, let's break this down further by comparing money to real assets. Okay? Consider this. Money is like a placeholder. Okay? It represents value, but that value is created by the things you own and the skills that you develop. Okay? For example, a car, a house, or even your education, these are real assets that add tangible value to your life. Okay? For example, if you are self-reliant, you can produce what it is that you need, making you less dependent on money. Okay? I've given you a very good example of an individual who lives in rural areas. Okay? They are not paying rent. They've built a small house which they can manage. And literally most of the things that they need, they can get it at home. In other words, while money can help facilitate transactions, true wealth is the result of building and owning valuable assets and skills. Now, let's discuss why embracing this kind of mindset can transform your life. Adopting the belief that money is not the ultimate measure of wealth is very liberating. When you focus on building tangible assets and you focus on being self-reliant, thus you shifting from a scarcity mindset to abundance. That shift allows you to invest in what truly matters. And in this instance, things like your health, your education, relationships, and personal growth. It's about creating a life where you have everything that you need without obsessing over money. Okay? When you get to a point where you understand money is just a tool, you free yourself from the endless chase for more, like you literally remove yourself from the constant rat race, and you start living a more meaningful life. In conclusion, money is not real. Okay? It is just a social construct, a tool we use to measure need. Just the way we have hammers, saws, screwdrivers, and all these tools have their work. Money is a tool and it has its function, okay? And as a tool that it is, you need to put it to work. True wealth comes from what you truly own. You can't say you own money, okay? That's why it's always moving around. But it's about the assets. You can say you own a certain type of asset, okay? You can say you have skills that you own. You can say you have great relationships. And at the same time, you can say you have the capacity to be self-reliant. By shifting your focus from chasing money to building real assets, you will be unlocking a deeper, more fulfilling form of success. So be sure to always remember that. And besides, if money was that important, why do they keep printing it every day? Use it to get to where you want to go. So, in the meantime, let me know, what's that one asset or skill that you own that makes you feel truly wealthy? Let me know in the comment section. Well, I hope this gets to help someone. If you'd like to see more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and you'll be notified once we upload another new video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.